Hello everyone, welcome back to Carol's Current Obsession. Long time no see. There's been a lot of reasons why. But we're ready to come back. For those of you who don't want to hear an explanation, skip forward. For the rest of you, my daughter got married. I had jury duty. We had a massive family reunion. My daughter and her children and husband from Australia came back for a month. And my studio got redesigned and revamped, so a lot of stuff has been going on, but I'm here today with a wonderful video. I hope that you guys all enjoy. Today I'm going to do a video on some CDrama costuming for 60 centimeter dolls. Okay, if any of you have watched CDramas, I don't know how many of you have gotten into them. I know K-dramas are a big deal, CDramas are too. Okay, this one that, well, I've watched too many, but I have had a lot of fun with some. Story of Minglan, Story of Yangshi Palace, Legend of Faye, Eternal Love. There's just all kinds of them. Anyway, they're a lot of fun to watch, but for a person who sews and does costuming, they are the bomb for costumes, okay? And for someone who can draft costumes and stuff like that, it's just so fun to see all the different stuff that they come up with. So I have decided to take our man, remember the man doll? You guys remember our man doll? I got him a head, alright, and I decided I'm gonna make some clothing for him that is based on CDrama costumes, because what's more cool than some CDrama costuming for your 60 centimeter man doll? Alright, so we have our man doll. We finally got him a head that kind of, I don't know, you can decide how manly does it look. Let's be honest, it's not as manly as it could be, but look here, I've got him some boots. The boots should help him man up a little bit. Let's try that. We're gonna boot him up. Alright, boots on. Now let's find him some hair, some man hair. We got him a wig. I have to have my daughter to help me put some little braids in it or something. We may have gotten a little bit too big of a size. We'll fix him. He's gonna have to be bald while we put clothes on him anyways. But we'll put a stitch in that and make it a little better. Oh, okay. We're gonna help him man up here. Alright. This is at least a little better. I don't know. He's got some hair. CDrama hair. Long CDrama hair. Okay? We'll work on that. Next, we need to make a pattern for some clothes for him. Let's start that. Alright. I told you, he's going to have to be bald until we can really get his outfit done. It's just the way it is. Sorry, dude. Alright. In the meantime, let's get him some clothes made. I don't know if you guys who do costuming or who do patterns know, but this is so great. This is paper that's actually for a doctor's office. Yes, it goes on the patient table, but it makes really awesome patterns. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to make a pattern. We need our dude. We're going to take him and figure out how to do the drafting here. How to make some patterns. So, here we have our drafting tape. And here we have our dude. Now, what we have to do is figure out his measurements. Of course, yes, he still has his boots on. We need to remember he's a dude. Alright. If we didn't know, our six-pack is telling us he's still a dude. Alright, let's get his measurements down. Okay. Alright. Natural waist. Here we have his arms. I'm going to want it to come out to here. Here's his wrist. There's that. Here's his hip line, knee. Let's start to work on patterns. put his measurements underneath, and I'm going to draw on the top. It's our pants pattern. Now we can just make the kimono top. We can do him a separate pajamas by just cutting his kimono top off here. I can make a full one from there and there. And now I can use this as the front and both sides. Let's see how this works. Yes. I believe that will work just fine. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, we need a collar. Perfect. Alright, let's test it. I like it. Okay, want to do a little thing over the top like a tabard. Let's see. Yeah, and I'll need a belt. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Take our pattern pieces. And cut a pattern up. Alright, I have a lot of different kimono silk to choose from vintage silks that are not usable as kimonos, however, can definitely be used for doll clothes. Let's see what we can put together here. Ooh, look at this silk. Absolutely perfect for silky pajama under things. Yeah, that's perfect for the underclothes. I think that will make a lovely green color. Yeah. I'm liking it. Okay, that will make a rather perfect. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect. That's pretty good fabric for the tabard. Let's get started. So now here we are. We'll make him the pants first. One thing about working in this beautiful white silk, you have to remember, set your feed dogs down just a little lower than normal. So you have to treat silk accordingly. It's best if you can use a lighter thread, a smaller stitch, softer touch with the feed dogs. All matters a great deal when you're doing silk. Okay. Alright. Just finishing up the last little bit. We're going to try his pants on. It's important to use the right kind of silk for these. This is a lining silk, as I said, from vintage kimono that is unusable now as kimono, but still very usable for doll clothes. Of course, when you're using real silk, you have to see it does tend to shed and kind of. I'm too lazy to pink it all, so we're just gonna have to deal with it like this. But it'll be the inside of his pants, so it's not the end of the world here. And then what we're gonna do, add the drawstring for his waist and put his pants on. Here's one. Stick this through. This is just twill tape. There we go. Alright, let's try them on. Stick his pants on. Looking good. Let's tie him up. Alright. Well, here he is in his pants. Alright. And I think we're going to put our man boots on and stick the pants inside the man boot, because that's kind of how it looks like they do it on the shows. Alright. And because it's silk, it doesn't take up a lot of space in that boot. Haha. Guys, he's already manning up really well. This helped a tremendous amount. Alright. Alright, let's check him out. Gotta blouse his pants just a little bit. Oh yeah. I think that works. I like it. Okay, let's get him his top sewn next. This is kind of bulky here, isn't it? I don't know if we can keep that there. We may have to wrap it around his waist for the back. I don't know. Alright, part 2. Next, it's the top. Here's our top pieces. Front, back, other front. Okay, sew our pieces together. Alright, now we just have to try it on him. We've got to see how it works here. So we've got our leftover rice, is how I always remember it. And let's see. I think it's going to work pretty well. But let's finish up our last seams. This is just our base robe, the one that goes underneath the main robe. And if we were really getting specific, I would make him a pajama top out of this as well to go underneath. But for now, we're just gonna do this basic robe underneath. And of course, you see these little notches. That's for our string to pass through on the kimono. Well, I'm calling it a kimono. Because it is a kimono type of a top. Like I said, these tend to feather a lot. The real silk, that is your one issue with working with real silk. However, in our final look, the way that it looks in the final end, I think you'll see why it's important that we use it, because it just has the right amount of flutter and lightness for our costumes here. Or this type of costume, I should say. Okay, we'll do the other side. Alright, now we've stitched the arms up. And I've left enough room on them that we can use arm guards if we want to. Or string around the arms. Or just leave them plain to go underneath the kimono. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so here and here. Alright, so this is where we're at with this now. Alright, you're probably thinking, what's a dress? It doesn't look all that manly. But if you watch C-dramas, this is more manly. Okay, so we've got to get the edges and stitch on our twill tape and do our bottom. And then we'll be ready to start the overcoat. Okay, let's get going here. Stitch this edge down and then finally our bottom edge. We're just going to put a really small 1/4 inch edge on that. Almost a rolled edge. Alright, now for the final I'm going to use lace as my tie to go around his waist. And you know, it's not that manly, but it is that light and it's not going to add a lot of bulk, where his drawstring has already added bulk. And so that's what I'm going to do, is just use the lace. And we're just going to say it's because he's rich or something. Yeah, that's what it's got to be, because I don't want the bulk of the twill tape, unfortunately. So we're just going to go with the lace. Okay, we're just going to stitch that lace down and stitch the other lace down and tie it on. And then we will have our base robe made for our male doll. And the other side. Now we're ready to stick his robe on. And I apologize for the extremely close up. It makes it a little harder to see with this large doll. Well, I guess it is what it is at this moment. Okay, let's get your arms in there, buddy. And thread this through here. And here we go. Yeah, see, this ribbon, this lace is exactly what we needed, because it's just light enough. It's not going to add to the bulk, which is, we don't want it adding the bulk. Okay, so here we have our base robe for the male. Now that we have that, we gotta get him his overcoat. Okay, the overrobe. Now we have our two pieces here. Let's stick them together. This fabric is so beautiful to work with, don't you think? Such a pretty kimono silk. Excuse me, manly. Manly kimono silk. Sure we're lined up all the way all the time. Alright, now, as any CDrama lover knows, our male lead can never have too much sleeve. So, let's check and see how much we've got here. See if we've got the appropriate amount. Alright, let's arm up. Arm up. Now, he should be able to flip these sleeves around with great style and flair, huh? Okay, let's see now. I added extra here so that we can not only properly flip the sleeves, but also have a little bit of a liner, a self-liner. So, oh, we gotta prep his sleeves. Look, he's starting to look good. Okay. What do you think? Yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright. There we are. Now let's try it on and see how it works. Let's see how this goes. Aha! It's coming together. In there. There we go. Let's see if we can get our arm bent. There we are. Alright. Oh boy, here we are. I think it fits in pretty well. Now we just need something to go over the top, like a tabard. So this can go over the top, like that. And he needs a belt, doesn't he, to wear with it. Ta-da! Yep, I think that'll work. Here's his tabard. I think we're gonna use some bias tape with that. Brown, fine bias tape. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Start stitching this stuff on. This is just a bias tape edge. Alright, let's get our other edges done here. Alright, now for his final fitting, we've got his robe here. Then stick his tabard on over the top of that. Okay, let's stick his belt around. Okay, measure where the hooks go in the back. So far, so good. Yeah, we're just gonna put 2 metal hooks right there. And then we'll get his hair on and see how he fares. Okay, so now we've got his belt done and his bottom part. Now we're just have to hook on some pretty jewelry stuff. Okay, because as you know, it's not a proper CDrama unless it's overdone. These are fun little things that I made to go with it. We're gonna hang this on one of them. And we're gonna hang the other one. Just close those up. Okay, and then I've made him top knot things. We'll have to see which one kind of matches the best. Now we have to stitch this on. So we'll stitch that on right here. And then we're gonna stitch his belt together. And then we'll do the final fitting. Woo! So here's our little decoration. We're gonna stick on. We just have to stitch this part on. Do 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 do. I have a great idea for doing cloaks too, with epaulettes and everything. Okay, and the last thing we're gonna have to do when we're done with this, hooks to hook on his belt. Alright, this is what he's looking like. We got him almost done. Alright, the last thing we have to do is get this dude's hair on. I've got my daughter worked on his hair. It's a little bit messy. We got this little piece that's coming out right there, but we'll fix that before the end. The top knot thing. Now, I've looked for a lot of different things for his top knot. I think this is going to look the best. I tried all these. They're kind of too small. Gonna be too fancy if I add some gems to that, so I don't want to do that. I'll save that for a Prince look or something. Yeah, this one just too small, not impressive enough, so we're gonna go with this one. I have this toothpick here, which I cut the end off, and now I'm gonna make it fit with this bead on it and then glue the bead on. Then we're going to do that. Snip this here. Yeah, just snip a point on there. Otherwise it won't fit on my bead. These little details always take the longest. You know that? Just the little details. Okay, now for glue. This stuff, dollar store glue. It's great. This is strong smelling. If you use this, don't forget to open a window or something. But I like to use it on my resins and stuff because it works really well. That's not too shabby. Let this dry for a minute. Now, make his hair tamed a little bit because it came untamed. We're just going to stick this on, and poke this through here. His hair's still a little untamed. I'll fix that. Alright, buddy. Da 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 da! I'm mostly happy with that. Yeah. Almost ready to reveal our man here. He's so much more manly than he started out. If you guys saw my first video, with this doll, you would agree. Okay, he wasn't so manly at that time. However, we've manned him up. Okay, and the last little thing I think to man him up is a cape. Because every general needs a cape. I'm going to gather this and make it a cape. Just a piece of black silk. Alright, so now I'm going to do a gather on the cape so we can hook it onto his epaulettes properly. There goes my phone. One of the reasons I don't get videos done very often. It's non-stop. Always gather on your bobbin threads, not your top ones. It makes it easier. Gotta check it on here to make sure it fits across his back. So it can fit underneath. We want it to fit around his shoulders. Okay, yep, that will work. Snip off the extra threads. Gotta have the sound effects. Okay, or else it's not quite right, as we all know. Now, we'll put this on, and I think we will be ready to show him off. Put his cape on, because every CDrama general ever has a cape, as you know. It's kind of like the given. If he has a cape, he must be real. And he has a cape. Dun, 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 dun. Now for the reveal.